everyone and welcome back to my channel, and we are back with another video today. And before you carry on watching this video, if you did miss my last video, it should be up here somewhere. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's a very interesting one, talking all about Frank Lampard and where does he go from his sacking at Chelsea. But anyway, this video, please like and subscribe before we move on. And yeah, this video is going to be all about Norwich. And are Norwich in a bit of a dip of form, and is this going to continue? Have they been found out? And that's all going to come up in today's video. So at the minute, Norwich haven't won a game in all competitions in 2 weeks, and they haven't scored a goal in 2 weeks. With two of the games that they've played, they haven't managed to register a shot on target. I believe the game against Millwall yesterday, they only managed to register 2 shots on target. Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult time for Norwich fans at the minute, because we're used to seeing Norwich win the majority of our games in the Championship, and we are not winning games that we probably should be. Middlesbrough at home should be winning, Millwall away should be winning, and we didn't win both of them. Obviously, Pookie was injured for the Barnsley FA Cup game, so we had Jordan Hugo up front, but when Pookie came back, you know, we're thinking, you know, hopefully he can kick on and start scoring some goals, because he has been on a bit of a goal drought recently. He hasn't scored since the end of December, where he scored against QPR. And yeah, we obviously lost Buendia to a red card against Middlesbrough. So we lack that sort of creative, that magic spark that we have had for the majority of the season with him being sent off. So we are definitely lacking that. And I feel like our attacking players at the minute just don't seem to be linking up as well. We're not flowing through the thirds like we usually do, especially in the attacking third. Cantwell just seems to be a bit off the mark of late. I love Cantwell to pieces. I think he's a quality player, a really great player. But the past few games, he's just been missing in games. When he has got the ball, he just seems to lose it every single time he gets it. So we are lacking that sort of spark. And Przemysław Płacheta, who's come in for Emi Buendia, just isn't the same sort of calibre as Buendia. Doesn't add that sort of magic. Obviously, he's quick, and I think we have been crying out for an out-and-out winger like Płacheta to get at defenders, but it just doesn't seem to be working. And Pookie just seems to be void of all confidence in front of goal at the minute. And with, you know, the teams around Norwich are dropping points, you know, it does give us a chance to then pick up points where we can, you know, 3 points, and start making that gap from first to second or first to third bigger, so we can give ourselves more of a shot coming at the end of the season to actually secure that automatic promotion spot, and, you know, maybe even go on and win the title, which we probably should this season. And I think a key player that Norwich are missing, obviously I've mentioned Emi Buendia, but I think another one is Marco Stiepermann. We saw in the season that Norwich did go up and won the league two years back. You know, he was pivotal to that, scoring lots of goals and just making sure that the midfield could connect to the striker. He was just so good for us that season, and we have missed him this season a bit, and he hasn't had that form that he did from that season ever since the end of that season, really. You know, but we do miss it. We do, you know, he's strong, he's big, he's physical, he can drive forward with the ball, and we don't have a centre attacking midfielder like it. Obviously, I love Ranjic to pieces, but I think he's more of an 8 than a 10. I don't think he should be playing so far up the pitch. Also, we've got Kieran Dow off the bench, but haven't seen what he can do yet, really. Haven't really been too impressed with him. So, you know, missing Marco Stiepermann is definitely a big one this season. And that could be also the factor why we haven't scored as many goals this season. You know, the last time we went up, we scored you know, we were beating teams 4-3-0, left, right and centre. This season, I don't think we've got a 3-goal margin against the side and kept it that way. You know, it's been 3-2s, 3-1s that have been our highest scoring games at the minute. And, you know, we're winning 1-0, 2-0 all the time. So I would love to see us absolutely demolish a team, which we probably should in this division. But The only positive for Norwich in a minute, I think, is defensively. Obviously, we've got Tim Krul back in the sticks, Ben Gibson, Grant Hanley, Max Aaron's new left back, Demetrius Giannoulis, look very, very solid. I'm impressed with Giannoulis. I think he has done well in his past 2 games. You know, 2 difficult games to throw him into against Middlesbrough and Millwall. You know, not the 2 easiest sides to come in on your first 2 games in English football against. So, you know, I've been quite impressed with him. And our defence has been really strong this season. Oliver Skipp in front of that defence as well has been very, very solid as well. So defensively we look okay. It's just scoring goals this season that we're really struggling, and it's kind of like a vice versa of the last time we went up. You know, we conceded 60 goals in that title-winning campaign, which is ridiculous. You know, for a promotion side, you shouldn't be conceding that many goals, and it's probably one of the main reasons why we didn't stay up in the Premier League the following season. You know, we shipped in way too many goals and didn't have a great defence. But this season, you know, it seems like we've got a very, very good defence, but our attack does seem lacklustre at times and doesn't have that quality that we did in that title-winning campaign. And I think, you know, we do miss Onel Hernandez as well. Someone who was so pivotal to us in that title-winning campaign. He has barely featured this season due to injury, and when he has featured, he hasn't been as effective as what he was in that 2018-19 season. And I would have loved to see him start against Millwall. I think he would have offered a bit more. He's obviously experienced in this league. He's hungry. He's ready to get going now that he's recovered from his injury, and I think he does need to start our next game against Swansea on Friday night, which is going to be a very, very difficult encounter. You know, first versus second. We haven't done ourselves any favours by not winning our last 3 games in all competitions, and Swansea are flying at the minute, and I'm really, really nervous to see how this one pans out. Yeah, I think Norwich's tactics have been found out, and I think this is what Farke struggles with. When it saw us in the Premier League, as soon as we beat Man City, the whole world saw that game because it was such a huge result. And that, you know, then managers started taking, and other teams in the Premier League started taking notice of Farke's tactics and seeing how they can nullify us. And throughout the rest of the season, you know, I think we won 3 games after that. So that says it all for me, really. He just got found out, and I think at the minute this is what's happening now. We're being found out again. We're not being allowed to play this sort of really, really beautiful attacking football, which is progressive. It's moving through the thirds. It's beautiful to watch, and we're not being allowed to play that. And we haven't been able to play that since that Bristol City game, which was the best performance of a Norwich side I've seen in a very, very long time. So, since then we just haven't really kicked on. And I think Farke's tactics have been found out, and he's very reluctant to go with a plan B. I think he's got a very strong philosophy and does believe in the style of football that we play, and obviously all the fans do as well. But I think there's got to be slight changes in the tactics going into Friday's game against Swansea to actually be able to get all 3 points. Like I say, guys, that's the end of the video. So if you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and remember to follow all my socials. Click that notification bell so you don't miss another video. Also go over and subscribe to my Championship podcast, Promotion on a Budget. Link will be in the description. And I will see you guys soon.